So back in, I think it was the winter of 2021, is when I started to get more disciplined in my life. That's when I actually took things seriously. I stopped just trying to mess around with life. I wanted to completely change my life with a channel I found on YouTube of just, it was like shorts with a nature background and some text in the front of the screen. But I decided to just go completely in on it. And it was advice of like start working out, start meditating, start doing all these different things. Start taking cold showers was one of the big ones. And when I started doing that, my life started to get better with how I treated discipline. But there eventually came a time when I, as I'm sure most of us do, started relaxing a little bit. We started to just, you know what, who cares? I'm doing, I've done the best I can. It is time for me to start taking it easier. And I got lazy again. I started watching YouTube again. I started just playing video games all the time. And I fell back into a rut. And then I tried to get out of it. Of course, I saw, okay, I'm not doing very well. I want to start working and doing the discipline things again. But I couldn't because there was a wall between who I was now, between who I was before. And you can't get back to that immediately. You cannot get back to who you were, that disciplined version of yourself, immediately, since you've gotten so used to just sitting around being lazy or whatever it may be that you've done. You may have started smoking, you may have started watching pornography again. One of those things has put you further back than how you used to be. And you can't do the same things as you used to be able to either. So, what would be the way we can do it? How can we get back to that? Well, let's look at it like it was at the gym, right? You started working out a whole bunch and you got yourself to the 225 on the bench, right? Anyways, you got the 225, then you just flatlined. You just stopped going out to the gym and you were out for like a year. You didn't do any kind of exercise for a year and you realized you were starting to get a little flabby on your stomach and you decided, hey, I'm going to go back and start working out again. But do you think if you were to try to attempt that 225 again, would you be able to do it? The answer is probably not, right? You probably can't get back to that point you were. Why? Because you lost that. Let's look at it kind of like a video game, except for instead of gaining levels and keeping them, you gain levels, but if you don't maintain it, you're going to lose your levels, right? So, how do we do this? We start small again. We start with doing 10 push ups. Can't do 225, let's do 10 push ups. Figure out what is that hard thing that you've been struggling with. I would say biggest thing, just do that small thing first thing in the morning, right? It's probably the thing you need to be more disciplined in. You're going to put it off to the very end of the day. You just continue to be like, oh, come on, man. I don't want to do it right now. I'll just do it later today. I'll do it right before bed. No, you can't do it like that. So, what you should do, that hardest thing, first thing in the morning. You should always do it. It's a concept called eat the frog. The concept is basically, if you were to have eaten a frog, if you had the choice, you had to, metaphorically, you had to eat a frog. Would you rather eat the frog in the morning or eat the frog at night, right? Depending on your answer, that is when you do your workout. I mean, do your hardest work, not your workout. Not necessarily. So that's what you need to be. It could be anything, right? For me, it would be making content. I struggle with that the most because that's the thing I've been trying to work on the most lately. Like with fitness, yeah, I can do that later on in the day. In fact, it's probably better that I do it later on in the day. For some reason, for me, with fitness, if I go and work out in the morning, I start throwing up. I feel sick afterwards. But if I do things, I don't know exactly what it might be, but for some reason, it's just like right after lunch. That's the best time for me to go do exercise. So, whatever you're struggling with, get that ticked off. Don't even be worried about anything else. If you're struggling with fitness, don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about trying to run a business. Don't be worried about your. Don't be worried about anything else other than that hard task. And then after you've ticked that off, the rest of the day is fine. You could go play video games like you were before. You go watch as many movies as you want, just as long as you've gotten that hard thing done first thing in the morning, right? And now that you have that thing done, do you think now that you're starting to do hard work, that your brain is just going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, we're doing the hard work, it's fine? No, a lot of times it starts getting fun. I think for a lot of us, it starts getting fun for us. It starts getting fun for us to start working hard, and then we want to do that hard work, right? So you're going to be like playing video games, and you're just gonna kind of get bored, right? You're just gonna kind of get just bored doing it because you want to actually just go do the hard thing. You want to go do the hard thing that you've been putting off for a while, right? So you start to have fun with it, and you start wanting to do it more because you're getting back into that. You're getting that momentum. You start feeling happy from that. You're not getting as much pleasure from those other things as you were. That's always what has helped me with getting out of a rut. Like just recently, you might have been able to kind of tell with my videos, I was kind of struggling a bit with a lot of the things I was doing and talking about on YouTube. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you guys all later.